Hey, Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I am reviewing the Raven by Fly Cornhole. And this is the newest bag in Fly's lineup, so let's go ahead and dive in and break this bag down. Start with the slow side. Obviously, this is a carpet bag, and this is that Reynolds Pro Advantage carpet material. It's a wonderful material. I feel like bag makers have started going away from this material, and I don't know why. It's just, I love this material. It's very controllable, but it's still pretty hole-friendly. I love the way it plays. You can just do so much with it. It's awesome in humid conditions. Those boards get sticky and damp for humidity. It actually picks up speed and plays faster. I love this material for those humid conditions. So normal conditions, dry conditions, it plays about a 4-speed. A little faster when it's new, but once you break it in, it'll slow down. It plays a pretty true, consistent 4-speed. Wonderful control material. Fast side of this Raven is, I reviewed this material on the fast side of the Titan Talon. It's the fast side of the X level Lights Out Round 2. B3 uses this. I don't know if I've reviewed a bag with it yet, but B3 uses it on their Perpetrator. In fact, I think B3 uses both this exact same material combination of Perpetrator. They also use this on the fast side of their Infiltrator, and I think it's the slow side of their Samurai. If I remember correctly, is right. So, but it's also, I think, the slow side of the Cat 2, if I remember correctly. At least it was. I don't know if I haven't seen one of the new Cat 2s. I don't know if they've changed the material or not. But anyway, it's a wonderful fast side material. It's fast but controllable. To me, it plays about a 7-speed. In those dry conditions, so it's fast enough to push through, but yet you still have control on it. So you're looking at about a 4-7-ish speed on this Raven bag here. Template wise, this is it feels like a smaller bag because it's a fuller bag. It may be kind of a medium template, but borderline smaller side. It feels and plays like a smaller template bag, but it's not the smallest bag that I've ever thrown. And like I said, it is pretty full. You don't have a lot of flop here. And these bags, I've thrown these bags a ton. I really have. I haven't had them very long, but I've thrown them a lot. They're really broken, and yet there's not a lot of flop here. It's really a fuller bag. So if you like a fuller, smaller bag, this Raven is a great option for you. The fill in here is a bead fill. I think it's 100% bead. It's that smaller bead fill, which gives it a lot of movement, a lot of bounce. It's really great for shaping shots, and really, if you're looking to be that roll, cut, flop type player, this is an awesome bag with this carpet on here, this bouncy fill, this smaller, fuller tempo. This bag, you can just manipulate this bag to do pretty much whatever you want it to do. You can make it move however you want on the board. I love that about it. So this is an awesome combination for what the bag I think is designed for, which leads me kind of into playability on this. And this is a bag that I'm not gonna call it versatile, right? I mean, you can run bags in the hole if you want to, and if you're a harder thrower, like the downside to this bag, the few things I will say on. In fact, we'll start there. The downside on the bags I would say is this material with this bouncy fill. It has a kick to it. So if you're not a flat bag thrower, the bag is going to kick. It's a controllable kick. So, if you're consistent with your tilt on the bag, however you're throwing it, you can control it, and it'll kick the same every time you have that same angle on it. However, that also leads to the kind of ability of this bag. This bag is phenomenal at throwing cut shots. You can really make those really hard, aggressive cuts. Almost feel like you could throw the bag and it makes a 90-degree turn if you put enough angle on it, enough tilt on it. You can get that bag just to cut around anything you want to. The other knock I would say on this bag is it does have some bounce to it, right? So if which can make it tough sometimes for collecting, because you go to push and as the bag will hit, it wants to bounce over. However, that bounce also leads to the bag's rollability, right? It's a very easy bag to roll because of that bounce. It's a very easy bag to get around the bags because of that bounce. So if you know what you're playing with, you know how to use it, those negatives actually become positives in my opinion. But that leads me to the playability as I was talking about it. And this is a bag that you can run bags a little if you want to. Especially if you're a hard thrower. If you're a hard thrower, you take a lot of the bounce out, you take a lot of the kick out. Right? If you've got a hard flat throw with a lot of rotation, the bag's going to hit, run pretty straight, go in the hole. This material is pretty hole friendly for being a 4-speed material, for being a carpet material. It does do a pretty good job going in the hole. And this bead fill, it's just a wonderful fill for just dripping and cascading. Also, you get this bag up by the hole, get it started, it's just going to slide right in. Like I don't remember having that many bags hang on the hole. The ones that did were very collectible. Like I don't recall when I threw this. I've thrown this quite a bit the last few days. I don't recall bags just not being collectible or not being left, or even bags on the back or the back corner. If I could get another bag to come in and hit him, sometimes the bag just hitting the board would get those beads moving. They would just start sliding right in. So all in all, the bag is super hole friendly for what it is. Again, you got a 4-speed here. You keep that in mind that it's not as hole friendly as a is a 7, 8, 9 speed bag would be on the slow side, but it's definitely hole friendly for what it is. This fast side is very hole friendly. A lot of times you'll see me in these videos, like from time to time, on a 4th bag open board, I'll flip it over and just throw fast side, just so I know I get a little more dripper in the hole with this fast side, and I don't have a chance of the bag checking up on me. And this fast side is controllable, so I'm not afraid to flip it over and throw fast side, and that's where, to me, the versatility comes in. If you want to play a hole for hole round here and there, flip it over, go fast and only, throw a fast side, and then flip it over and use the slow side to throw a blocker here and there if you need to. You can definitely do that. But where this bag shines to me is in the control of the bag, is in the shot shaping, right? You can throw blockers up there, you can manipulate this material, and you can put a blocker anywhere you want on the board. Like, I mean, felt like I could just place the bag where I wanted to. If you put a grid on that board and told me to put a blocker that's in that square, I feel like I could just put it there wherever I need to. That's just the control I have. And part of it is the fill, the smaller template and the full fill. When I grab it in my butterfly grip and lock it in, like, I have complete control of this bag. I can make this bag do what I want. If there's nothing flopping around, there's no movement, it's locked in. And that's what I want when I get a control bag like this, a carpet like this. I want a bag that I can lock down and that I can really manipulate it and make it do what I want. And I feel like I had that control of this bag, which makes it fun to throw. It really is. When I first started throwing it, I didn't have that control. It took me a bit to learn the bag. Once I learned the bag, it's just been a blessing. I've thrown this thing a lot more than I normally would for review, just because I had so much fun throwing it. But getting back to the controllability, right? You can throw blockers up there because it's full. It's very easy to collect. You're just clipping a corner. It's going to move. This bag, it doesn't accordion up like those floppy bags do. So you don't have to get too aggressive. If there's a bag and you put a little more on your opponent's side, you can just come in the middle, clip it, and take it right now. I found this bag to be extremely collectible. Now, where I think this bag shines, in my opinion, is not so much in the dirty style game. I'm not pulling this bag out to throw block. If I want to throw blockers and play that dirty style game, I probably want to go more with that Fly Magic. Where I find this bag is for the shot shaping and the get around ability it has on the board. And what I mean is, if I've got an opponent who has a sticky bag, opponent who plays a dirty style game, and I know they're gonna put a lot of blockers on the board, I want a bag like this because I can roll this bag, I can cut this bag, I can do a lot of things to get my bag around their bag and in the hole, leave their bag there and make them work to collect their own bag. And that's where I find that a bag like this will shine. It doesn't take much either, because the bag has this smaller template that I found when I had a bag there, I could just put a slight cut and use the natural bounce. I had the bag kind of land, hit, bounce, it skips over, a little bit of a cut, sneaks right around, and will drop right in the hole. And I felt like I could do that time and time again without really trying that hard. And that leads me to, if you're a roll bag player, or you play that control, that shot shaping style game, this is obviously a bag you can manipulate and do anything you want to with it. But if you're not, but you want to try it and you want to learn it, this is a great bag because of the bounce. It has a natural bounce. It naturally wants to try to roll, try to cut, try to hop. It almost wants to do that for you, so you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to throw a steep tilt to your bag to get a cut. Just a slight little angle one way or the other, it's going to cut on you. If you've got a bag laying up there and you're trying to roll, it doesn't take a lot of backload to get this bag to hop and roll. In fact, like I said, a lot of times for me, I could just land, almost do more of a bounce. Hit, it would just skip right over and go right in. I found that more, it doesn't really show here because I'm open boards, I don't have opponents. It really showed when I was playing a competition where there were other bags on the board. The more bags on the board, the better this bag played. And the other thing I found with it too as well is it was really good at picking off bags. So if there was 3 or 4 bags on the board and I had last bag, I could easily come in with one bag and just kind of sneak in, clip one of my bags, take 2 in, and leave my opponent's bag sitting around there and really penalize them for playing that dirty style game. So that's where I think this bag shines. To me, that's where I would use this bag. Like I said, if I want to play that, if I want to play the blockers on the dirty style game, I want the Fly Magic. That's a better bag, in my opinion, for throwing blockers and really clogging up around the hole. But if I'm playing against that type of player, like if I come with the board and my opponent has a set of Fly Magics, I want to pull the Ravens out because I don't necessarily want to play them, dirty shot for dirty shot, especially if they're better at the game than I am. I want to play them in a sense where I want to get around them and put my bags in the hole, leave theirs there, and this bag does a phenomenal job with it. I absolutely loved it. Once I got used to throwing this bag and got really broke in, I've just had a blast on them ever since. They're just so much fun because you can do so much with it. You have so much control over them. So that leads me to availability. And Fly has a website, flycornhole.com. There'll be a link in the description, as always, for you guys. Click on that to go pick yourself up a set. These bags are around $85 for a set, which is a great price, especially for an ACL stamp bag, which I don't know if I mentioned. These bags have the ACL stamp for 2023. These have the comp stamp on them, which I've mentioned before, I'll mention again, there's no difference between a comp stamp and a pro stamp bag unless you are an ACL pro. If you're an ACL pro, there's certain pro only events you have to throw a pro bag. But for all of us who aren't, which is pretty much everyone of you watching, including me, the comp stamp, pro stamp means the exact same thing. You can use it in any ACL event you go to, and the quality is just the same. There's no quality difference between the two. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, $85 for a set of them, very reasonable, very affordable. You're getting a high quality set of bags. I can't recommend them enough to you for that price. So go check them out. When you do get your hands on some of these, I'd love to hear your feedback on how you like them, how you're playing them. I'd always love to hear your guys' opinion. And then one last thing is Fly mentioned to me when they send me these bags, they also want me to give a set away to you. So shout out to Fly for allowing me to do a giveaway and give one of you guys a chance to get a set of these bags for free. So as always, subscribe, like, and then drop a comment down below, and just comment Raven. Drop the comment down Raven down below. We'll run this for 1 week, so I will run this until July 7th, 2023. We'll cut it off at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll do the cutoff. Everyone who's commented Raven, I'll reply back to your comment with a number, and then we'll do some kind of race or something with the next few days after that to give away a set of bags to one of you guys. So I thank you guys so much for support, and I thank you for watching.